All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? I know I'm a little bit late. It is now 6:20 a.m. I'm about 5 minutes late. Had some things I had to take care of early this morning, and I got some things to take care of after the load board report. So this is going to be short and quick. We're going to do our load availability, see what's going on in your neck of the woods, and we'll probably do about 1 or 2 load searches, and then that's going to be it. All right, y'all give me just a minute. I'm trying to see where that noise is coming from. All right, sorry about that. We had some interference there from YouTube, but let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. We can go ahead and get to this the load board report this morning. Give me a second. All right, there we go. Good morning, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Goodrich. How y'all doing today? Sorry about my tardiness. Let me go ahead and start sharing my screen here. All right, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the load board report this morning. As always, we are this is sponsored by the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Dispatchers Network. And my name is Calvin Butler, and I'm your host as always. So let's go ahead and get to it. Look at what's going on in your neck of the wood when it comes to freight and loads with the load board report. As always, we are using Direct Freight this morning, one of the load boards that we give away free to our members that comes with their subscription, or should I say, Direct Freight, which is a very good load board. I love it. I use it, for about 80% of my load searches, and it has done very well for me over the years. So let's go take a look at our load map, get to our load availability, and let's go ahead and get this started off and see what's going on with loads in your neck of the woods this morning. All right. Up in Washington State, we have 1,509 loads available in Washington State. In Oregon, we have 1,823 loads. In Nevada, we have 626 loads. In California, we have 3,682 loads. In Arizona, we have 899 loads. In Utah, we have 894 loads. In Indiana, we have 1,098 loads. In Montana, we have 318 loads. In Wyoming, we have 268 loads. In Colorado, we have 1,098 loads. In Utah, we have 894 loads. In New Mexico, we have 970 loads. Looks like Texas is still leading with 6,615 loads. Oklahoma has 775 loads. Kansas, 812 loads available this morning. Nebraska has 449 loads available this morning. South Dakota looks like has 468 loads. North Dakota has 199 loads this morning. That's actually pretty good for North and South Dakota. They normally are in the single-digit states or just double digits, and now at least they're up in the triple digits. In Minnesota, we have 1,053 loads. In Iowa, we have 744 loads. In the great state of Missouri, the show me state, we have 1,931 loads. In Arkansas, we have 3,514 loads. In Louisiana, we have 1,167 loads. In Mississippi, we have 1,675 loads. In Tennessee, we have 1,623 loads. Arkansas 3,514 loads. Oklahoma 775 loads. In case I missed that. In Kentucky, we have 1,911 loads. In Illinois, we have 4,199 loads. Illinois is looking very good this morning. In Wisconsin, we have 1,947 loads. In Michigan, we have 1,923 loads. In Indiana, we have 3,494 loads. Ohio, 3,446 loads. In West Virginia, we have 556 loads. In Virginia, we have 1,831 loads. In North Carolina, we have 2,340 loads. In South Carolina, we have 1,747 loads. In Georgia, we have 3,439 loads. In Florida, we have 2,453 loads. That's pretty good for Florida. Running back up here to PA, Pennsylvania, we have 3,493 loads. In New York, 1,961 loads. In Maine, we have 197 loads. In Vermont, 75 loads. In New Hampshire, 68 loads. In, Massachusetts, 750 loads. In Rhode Island, 78 loads. In Connecticut, 209 loads. New Jersey, 1,489 loads. In Delaware, we have 158 loads. In Maryland, 1,205 loads. And running on down here in Alaska, the super trucker state, we have 4 loads showing available. All right, that's a look at what's going on in your neck of the woods when it comes to load availability. All right, today, let's go ahead and jump over here to let's go to Indiana. See what we got in Indiana this morning. Use that to check a couple of loads. Let me run back over here to YouTube real quick. See who else is joining us. Miss Jenkins says she is doing well. That is good to hear. Good to hear. Cynthia Hicks, thank you for joining us again this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you. Doing well. Remember, if you need a load, a free load, give me a call. 866-973-6445. Again, that's 866-973-6445. It does not matter what extension you hit, because this time in the morning, you're only going to get me, okay? So make sure you use that toll-free number if you need a load, and we can look it up for you and give it to you free of charge here during the load board report. All right, we are in Indiana. Let's see what we got going on as far as loads in Indiana. Let's check the rates here. Estimated rate per mile. Excuse me. Okay. Whoa. Okay. I'm not sure why this is so much. I'm really not sure why this is so much, but if it's true, I'm glad to see it, which I doubt it. I would actually double check that rate. I'm looking at it. I see it. But do I really believe it? I don't know. But you have to call to find out. Usually when you see stuff like this, you get a little, okay, well, yeah, that might be a misprint. But, these days, hey, you never know. But what's coming up on the load board right now, what's got my attention and what's striking to me early this morning is I'm looking at a load that has 269 trip miles from Jeffersonville, Indiana to St. Louis, Missouri. And it's a dry van, y'all. It's a van. It's not a, heavy haul or anything like that. It's a van. Full-size load, 53 foot, weight, 35,000 pounds. So far, so good. Pay rate, it says here, is $95,000. Now, y'all probably know that's probably a misprint. It's either $950 or it may be $9,500. But It's showing $95,000. Okay, pay rate is a rate per mile $353.16 per mile. And ship date is on the 23rd. Okay, now there is no credit rating on that broker. Okay, credit rating says NA. It's offered by, or it's posted by, I'm not going to say offered, it's posted by Logistics Dynamics. If y'all want to call and verify that and see if that's really real, hey, feel free to go ahead. That's at 725-205-0761. Now look. If that is a real load, let's see here. I still don't see anything that would indicate to me that load is actually paying $95,000. I don't see anything that indicates that. There's nothing out of the ordinary about the other dynamics of the load. Okay, weight within normal parameters, length, normal trip miles, short miles. There's not like 50 stops and drops or anything like that. It has a reference load, shipper's comments. I mean, I don't see anything that would indicate to me that is a legitimate price on that load. Everything I'm seeing tells me that it's probably a misprint. Okay. But if it is, hey, you can make a year on one load. Okay, you can make a year on one load. But hey, if y'all want to call that and double check that, feel free to go right ahead. When I see stuff like that, I really don't get that excited about it. I mean, if it's now even if it was $9,500, that would be an incredible load for a van load for 269 miles. That would still be an incredible load. Okay, incredible load. All right. At 950 miles, that's still a decent. At $950, that would be a decent pay for a dry van going 269 miles. Okay. That would be a little over 3, 4, right at about $4. Right at about $4 per mile, or a little over $4 per mile at $950, which is probably what it is what I'm thinking. So, but give them a call, check that out, see what it's doing. I'm not even gonna bother doing a bike haul on that one, because first of all, I don't think we don't know what the numbers are suspect. So with that being said, I'm gonna leave that at that. Yeah, wow. That was Cynthia Hicks says, wow. Yeah, that's what I said too. Whoa. I don't think that's hey, but I never say never. That's why I say call and check. So we'll see about y'all can see about that. Let's go on down here and look at some stuff that is still looking very, very, very good for some flatbeds here, step decks. Here's some stuff out here for some flatbed that I think is good, because they have 2 loads leaving out of Portage, in Indiana, going to Gary, Indiana. Very short miles, extremely short miles, 11-mile run. You can literally run that load, go back, pick up that load again, and run it. Yeah, but you can run it, deadhead bike, grab it again and run it. I don't even need to look for a bike haul, because you don't want to risk the chance of missing the second pickup if you go to pick up a bike haul. So I wouldn't even do a bike haul on this one. I would just run this one, right? Go back, grab another one, and then if they got more of them, I would keep just going back. Don't even waste your time trying to find a bike haul, because while you're running to pick up the bike haul, the time it takes to load you for the backhaul going back, somebody else may have jumped on and grabbed the other available loads that's leaving out that morning. Y'all see what I'm saying? Because look, this load right here, going from Portage, Indiana to Gary, Indiana, is a flatbed step deck. Okay, 46,500 pounds. Okay, a little on the heavy side, but not too heavy. It's doable, real doable. It's paying $500. Paying $500. All right, and that's $45.45. One leaves today, one leaves tomorrow. Now, chances are, looks like this is a load that leaves every day. What's the day is? Today is what, Tuesday? Right? Isn't the day Tuesday or Wednesday? What's the day? I believe today is Tuesday. Yeah, there's Tuesday. So Wednesday and Thursday. I'm willing to bet you this load probably leaves every day. Okay. And they may have multiple loads that leave, during each day. So if this load does not have multiple loads that leave during the same day, I would, grab that load, run it. All right. If you want, you got enough, you got wait enough time to grab a back haul, go back, and then pick up the other load. But either way, if you ran this load every day, $500 a day, that's $500 a day. What's that? 5 times 5 is 25. Yeah, 25. So you're looking at $500 a day. Where's my calculator at, y'all? There it is down there. So yeah, $500 a day times 5 days a week. Look at $2,500 a week. Okay. If you just want if you want $2,500 a week, step deck money, go for it. I mean, come on. But I would call on this, and that is at Somerset Logistics, 479-387-0560. And here's the questions that I would ask them. The first question I'm going to ask: how many loads per day does this run? Does this load run multiple times during the day? That's the first question. You got to ask that question, y'all. You just got to ask that question because if it does, you're in the money. You are seriously in the money. The next question I got to ask is, does this load run 5 days a week? Okay. Those are the two main questions you got to ask yourself. How many times a day does this load run, or does this load run multiple times during each day? Second one, is this a regular load that runs 5 days a week? You got to ask because first of all, it's such short trip miles. The weight is decent. The pay is good. That's $45.45 per mile, y'all, in case y'all didn't know that. Okay. And it's posted there on the 21st and on the 22nd. So you would have to ask those questions. You would have to ask those questions on that load. Because that's how you it has all the markings of a dedicated run that could pretty much set you, right? Because if you ran that load early in the morning, let's say it didn't run multiple times during the day. Let's just say it ran every day, okay? And you got enough time to pick that load up, go and drop that load, 11 miles, man, 11 miles. Drop that load, right? Find you another load going somewhere. Find you another load going somewhere. Here's some back hauls. And the back haul is the same load because it's such short miles. That's the thing right there. It's such short miles. Deadhead, 11 miles, trip miles, 11 miles. Well, bam, 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 bam. Let's run back and pick the load up. But anyway, let's say it didn't run multiple times during the day. If it doesn't run multiple times during the day, I'll roll down here and look at some of these deadhead miles at 34 miles and 22 miles. Y'all see these deadheads down here? You got 34 miles, 22 miles, 22 miles, 22 miles, you know, all this deadhead stuff down here. I would look at this stuff right here, right? Here's the reason why. Let's look at this 34-mile strip mile one. All right, it's 34 miles. You got to go deadhead from, where you picking up at? In Gary, going back towards Prodigy. Where you're going to go past Prodigy, really, because you're going to go back and you're going to go past Portage. You're going to pick that up in, you're going to go to Chicago to pick this load up, okay? And you're going to run it to Illinois Woodstock, which is going to be a 62-mile trip. Now, and that one is paying what? $405. Now, I wouldn't grab this. You could grab this 108-mile run deadhead, but you're spending gas, fuel, just going extra miles. Why do that? Okay, yeah, you make $200 extra dollars, but all you're paying for is just your fuel. So why go out of your way, okay? And why go way out of your way? Almost another 60-some miles, right? Almost another 60 miles out of your way just to go here to pick up an extra $200 that's just going to pay for your fuel. That don't make sense. Okay, I hope y'all understand what I'm saying with that. That don't make sense. I would go for the 34-mile one, one of these right here. Why? Because look at this. Y'all see this right here? That's an everyday run too, looks like. Ooh, That's why I would grab that one, because that's from Chicago to Woodstock, and it's $405, $6.53 per mile, and it picks up on the 21st and the 22nd. Matter of fact, there's 3 of them there. One company is paying a little bit different, paying $5 less. But that lets you know that this bad boy here runs every single day. Because you see, there it is 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Flatbed step day, flatbed step day. Either way, right? Picks up on the 21st and the 22nd, paying $405. Now, why would you want that one? Because it goes well with the load you just ran. Y'all see that? It goes well with this other load that pays $500. It runs, looks like every day. It's on your, you're going there, you're gonna, and you're gonna drop that load, you're gonna run down the road 34 miles, you're gonna pick up that load in Chicago, you're gonna run it to Woodstock, which is only what? Which is only about what? 62 plus 34 is what? Right? You're gonna run to Woodstock, you're only about 100 miles out, right? You still, because both these loads were short, you ran 11 miles, then you ran 34 miles to go pick it up, then you ran 62 miles. What is that? 60, 90, 94, 95, 96, and then 11, 106, 107 miles. That's your total miles on 2 trips. You ran 107 miles. You got plenty enough time to find your load going from where? From here, right? Let's do a reverse search, and we're gonna go back to, I'm gonna say Portage. Watch this. So you got enough time to go from there, and we're gonna put in Portage. Is what we're gonna put in. We're not gonna put in Chicago. We're gonna put in Portage. Where's Portage at? Did it pop up? Maybe I'm spelling it wrong. Let me see here. Hold on. Y'all give me a second. It is spelled Portage. All right. Portage. There it is right there, Portage, Indiana. All right, you're gonna put in that right there, and you're gonna do a search and see if you can come back to Portage. See what they got. That one's still in there because it's such short miles. That one's still in there. It's such short miles. Where you got trying to find something where you can go. You don't want to dead hit 100 miles back. But if you want to go back to Portage, just let y'all know to get back to Portage, it's 100 miles. Okay? To get back to Portage, it's 100 miles because you have to. Because how do we know that? Because you have to dead head 100 miles to get back to the same load you started at. Okay, so that's 100 miles. Let's see if we can find something that would get you back close to that. Nothing on the short. There's that Portage, again, 100 miles to get to Portage. 100 miles to get to Portage. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna find something that's going back halfway between there and Portage. You could go back to Chicago. Hold on, let me see what we got here. Make sure I got this right. All right, this is, Chicago to Woodstock, which is 34 miles. All right. Now, what you could do, you could turn around and go back to Chicago. Okay. How far is, we're in Woodstock, and you want to go back to, let's see here, Portage to Gary. Let's see if they got anything going back close to Gary, which is on 11 miles from Portage. What I'm trying to do right now, I'm trying to find you a 3-run dedicated to make you at least $1,500 per day. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, as a good dispatcher, I'm gonna try and find you a 3-run. But when I see stuff like this, I like to look at it and say, okay, can I find them a 3-run deal that they can do in one day? Why? Because the miles are so short. Even the deadheads, they're not that far to where you can actually do it and make that work. Okay, looks like going back to Chicago might be your thing. From Chicago to Anchorage, Senator. Senator to Chicago. Nope, that's 200 miles out. All right, let's go over here. Yeah, it looks like you got to go back to Chicago and grab one of them loads. But if I had more time, I could do more research and see what we can grab on that third leg to get you back to Portage. Let me do this. Let me click on one of these right here. So you go 53 miles out, and then you go 91 miles. Let me see how close this is to Portage. Y'all give me a second here. Where's my map? Where's my route? I'm trying to find my little posted rate, view, other calls, close. Reverse search, private note. I was trying to find me a little map, little route map. Don't have one on here. All right. I don't see a route map. All right, since I don't see a route map, let me do this. South Chicago Heights to LaGrange. Let's go to Google. Let's go. Chicago to, what was that? LaGrange, LaGR. All right, there's my little map right there. Let's go in the opposite way. No, that's LaGrange, Georgia. I'm not trying to go there. I'm trying to go to LaGrange, Illinois. Oh, they got it spelled. They got it separated. Okay, there we go. That's the short run I'm looking for right there. 21 minutes. All right. Let's see, what's in between there. All right, because this is how you're gonna you want to look to see if but it's only 21 minutes to LaGrange. But what I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to see where Portage is compared to where this is. How many of you all know Chicago and the Illinois area? Yeah. Let me do this. Let me do this. Come on. Let me add a destination. Portage. What was that? Portage, Indiana, right? Yep, Portage, Indiana. All right. So put in Portage, Indiana, and let's see where that takes us. All right. Let's look and see what this is. All right. Here's Portage way down here. All right. So Chicago to LaGrange. Yeah, that gets us closer back to Portage. Okay, because you're going that way. So you go Portage to LaGrange, and then LaGrange to Portage. Okay, how many miles is that? Let's get rid of Chicago, because we know that you can go from Portage to LaGrange. Let's get rid of Chicago. Let's see what it is with LaGrange to Portage. Only 52 minutes. All right, so there you go. All right. So you can do that. You can do that. All right. You can run those 3 runs. Did y'all see what I just did? Let me go over here and check with my YouTube people, see if y'all see what I just did. Did y'all see what we just did by hooking up those 3 runs there? So you got, first of all, you got from Portage to Gary, Indiana, right? And that's only an 11-mile run. Now that's saying if this run picks up every day, right? You run 11 miles to Gary, Indiana, you're gonna make $500. So that's 500. Okay. Then you're gonna go from you're gonna deadhead 34 miles to Chicago, right? and then you're gonna run down to Woodstock, which is 62 miles from Chicago to Woodstock. You're gonna make another 400. Then you're gonna run from Woodstock. You're gonna yeah, you can, what was that? LaGrange. Then you can run from what was I going from somewhere to LaGrange? Yeah. All right. You can really go from um 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 what was I going from Woodstock? Yeah, from Woodstock to Portage, but you're not really going back to Portage. You're gonna go from Woodstock to LaGrange, which you're gonna go Chicago to Woodstock. Yeah, 62 miles. Then you can go from and then you can deadhead. I'm trying to find what is that deadhead? What I was saying. It was a short deadhead, like 60 some miles. I think this is it right here. This is right there. You're gonna deadhead 62 miles. Now that wouldn't, man, that wouldn't do you any good because you're deadhead. You got to deadhead back to Chicago, and then then you're gonna go to LaGrange, which is gonna take you on your way to Portage, and you still got time to do it because you really ain't ran no time off your clock. You're just doing some deadhead stuff. But I'm trying to, you've got to find something going from Woodstock to LaGrange, really. Woodstock to Portage. Nothing there. South Chicago to Woodstock, going back to Woodstock. Chicago, you go back to Chicago, 62 miles. Looks like the best thing you can do is go back to Chicago, then go back towards LaGrange. Then you got to go 21 minutes to 50. Yeah, 21 minutes. What is it? 51 minutes. You got to go 51 minutes, 52 minutes to Portage. Now, can you do all that in one day? You can. It's going to be close, even though they're all short miles. But at the very least, you can do $1,000 a day. You can run one, run the second one, and then head back, and then for the next day and grab that. So at the very least, you can do $1,000 away, $1,000 per day. If you can find a way to pick up a third one in there, because you still got plenty of time to do a third run back towards Portage. So if you can find one that's heading you back close to Portage, all in that same day, you got enough time to run 3 runs, which would give you basically $1,500 per day, 5 days a week, because all those loads are running every day. Okay. So that's basically what that would give you. But at the very least, you got $1,000 a day. You can run 2 of them, run 2 of those loads and run back and sit and wait for the next day, and then grab that load going back out again and run those 2, and then you just deadhead back to what you call it. It's only like 62 miles on your deadhead back to Portage on the first run from the second run. So you could do that, or if you want to, use that extra time to go pick that load up in Woodstock to LaGrange, and then drop that load, and then just try to find something from LaGrange back to Portage, or just deadhead back to Portage. It's just 52 minutes, deadhead back. You made $1,500 that day, and you go back and do it all over again the next day for 1,500 more bucks. So, but that's how I would do it. Okay. All right. That's how I would do it. All right. Look, we're out of time. I know I got started late, but I've got to be somewhere at 7:20. So, in order for me to get there, I got to leave like within 5 minutes. So, look, I appreciate y'all for joining us again on the Load Board Report. I hope y'all enjoyed it, as we always do. We try to show you all not just the availability of freight, but we try to show you all how to manage your truck. Okay. How a good dispatcher would manage your truck, how a good dispatcher will set you up to make money every single day. And I always like short runs and doing the interconnecting runs, because that way I can create dedicateds, and That way I don't have to go through the whole, motions every day of finding every carrier I have a load. Because if I can set you up on dedicated, all I gotta do is manage that. I don't have to keep trying to find you loads every day. I put you with a good shipper. I put you with a good broker. I put you with a good 3 sets of loads. You're making anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 per day, 5 days a week. You're back in your same place every night. You're back home every night, the same place every night. You're off every weekends, and hell, you're taking home somewhere between $9,000 and $15,000 per week. Come on, you can't beat that. I mean, you really can't. Even with the ones that we found you today, with this one, today, worst case scenario, you're looking at $1,000. That's $5,000 per week. Okay, looking at $1,000 per day for a flatbed. That's $5,000 a week, 52 weeks in a year. You're looking at $260,000. Okay, $260,000. Best case scenario, if you can squeeze that other load in there, looking at about $1,500 a day times 5 days a week. That's $7,500 per week times 52 weeks in a year. You're looking at $390,000. Okay, I mean, that's what a good dispatcher can do for you. Okay, $390,000, and if you're paying that dispatcher 10%, that's worth it. Don't y'all think? I mean, the dispatcher just sets you up to get you over $300,000 per year. Okay, on dedicated run. Getting up every morning, running the same route, being back home every night in your bed, off every weekend. I mean, come on. I mean, that's worth that 10%. See, that's what a good dispatcher does for you. So you're still making $351,000 a year. $351,000 per year. That's what a good dispatcher can do for you. Or y'all can take our advice and learn to do this stuff on your own. Just manage your truck. If you got time to do this, but a good dispatcher is worth their weight in loads, as they say. Worth their weight in gold, but they're worth their weight in loads. They really are. They really are. And here at the National Dispatchers Network and the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers, we provide all the tools, resources, training, support, everything that a person would need to either run their dispatch firm, run their brokerage firm, or if you just want to save yourself some money on load boards and shippers lists and things of that nature, things that you're gonna have to pay for anyway if you are an owner operator, if you are a dispatch firm, if you are a brokerage firm, you're gonna need shippers lists if you are a brokerage firm. As a dispatcher, you're gonna need load boards and shippers lists. As an owner operator, you're gonna need load boards and shippers lists and probably dispatchers and brokers. So why not save yourself some money and join our platform where we give you access to more than 100 load boards. We give you access to more than 19 million plus direct shippers. We give you access to owner-operator locator sites. We give you access to a network full of dispatchers and a network full of brokers and a network with about 2,960 some odd industry professionals in it across the board. Shippers, dispatchers, freight brokers, logistics firm owners, third-party logistics firms, plant managers, distribution managers, shipping managers. All those people are within our network, with just $39.95 per month and $349.95 on your enrollment fee. And starting this week, y'all can join through our YouTube membership for just $49.95 per month, and you get access to all that stuff, including 140,000 hours of pre-recorded live operational training videos. Yes, that is coming. I'm still waiting on the approval from YouTube. I submitted our channel information yesterday to YouTube. They said it takes about 24 to 48 hours for them to review it and approve it. So I'm expecting the approval sometime today or tomorrow, and that channel will be live where you all can go to it and get signed up. And I'm going to have it in our on our enrollment site too, where y'all can go and sign up with no enrollment fees Just $49.95 per month, no enrollment fees. Just start paying your monthly subscription, $49.95 per month. You have access to our entire network. Woo, and platform. All right. Thank you all again. I appreciate y'all. I will see you all back here tomorrow morning for the load board report, again. And y'all have a good day. Bye, everybody.